Librarian here. You have two books for your library. One is Life Made Simple and another one is Life of Love. Sanjeeva, your name? Majid. M-A-N? M-A-N-J-E-E-T. You open that Life Made Simple one random page. Life Made Simple. There is another book. Open random page carefully. What did you get? Economics of Life. That book is not to be read continuous. Open a page and read. You will get different messages. What did you get now? Question answer. Method of learning, importance of questioning, asking questions, all that is written there. That's an Orkut discussion between me and my students during the Orkut time. So ask me questions, we could continue. Yeah. Yeah. If your library is not used that well, that means your English teachers are not active. Language teachers are not active. Because most of the books are not subject books, right? General books. The general books reading habit should have come from the instructions, assignments given by English teachers. So one of the best method is English teacher should read this book, make a review and then present it in the class in the next class. 1 week, 1 month assignments. Read this book, write a review, come to the class. Writing review is most essential. I've got an English teacher who attended my session in Kochi. And she came for a UGC NET training program. That means you will get qualified to become teachers in the colleges. Getting a government appointment as a teacher is difficult because vacancies will not come. So I forced them to write reviews on books. Probably today, after 15 to 18 years, she has got books worth probably 30-40 lakhs. She became a professional book reviewer. Many publishers, many authors will send books. She will write beautiful review. Writing review is a great art. I make my children to read this and write. When you see a movie, writing a review. I don't know how many of you have seen one of my review on movies on Amitabh Bachchan. Captured a lot of attention. Have you seen the movie Pink? Right? You know why ladies are represented by pink? Why? Why the movie name came Pink is my question. That's how you write review. Don't just write what you see. Think probably beyond or think as in the same line as the movie maker thought. Pink is a mix of red and white. Okay, 120 to 123 gray value. You take an RGB palette. You can do it on your any block which you draw in your Word file. Click there, it will tell you the gray color combination, custom color. Go there and click. It will tell you the number which represents RGB. So the pink will be red 125 to 150 and green will be 60, blue will be 60. That means it's a mix of white and red. So pink is white and red together. White represents peace, red represents danger. It shows ladies are more dangerous and sometimes more peaceful. And that movie is also telling that they are very peaceful but became so dangerous. Got it? So every word has got a great meaning. I am a movie reviewer. I make movies. So when you have to be very carefully looking at the heading. So every book heading has to be understood. The authors must be studied well. And then study the book and then start a review. If you have that habit, it will work really well. I've got students in Hyderabad where they write beautiful reviews on hotels, restaurants. And then when we go there for eating, they will say, yeah, he's the person who reviewed, he's the person who wrote a review, let us give free food for him. And my whole team will go and eat free. So start learning. Book review will get you a lot of books. The librarian should make sure that teachers give assignments to write reviews on general books. Okay. It's not that they have to read about Vivekananda when there is a 150th celebration of Vivekananda. You must know Vivekananda. See, there is only one person in India who told, excuse me, you will know India. You will get India. I am the representative of India. Excuse me, you will get India. That's Vivekananda's statement. So everybody have to learn about different people. Mokshagundam Vishweshariya. When we learn, we know the importance of being disciplined in life. Mahatma Gandhi, when we read, we have to learn a lot of things. So reading is very, very important. When I shifted from Bangalore after my PhD to Hyderabad, I got more than 800 kg books. So 3 years, 800 kg. Now if I go back, I have 3 houses. All the houses are full of books. I don't know what to do. You come to my book library in Hyderabad. I have got a house which is dedicated for students. They can come and stay there, read, and we will see CAT, MAT, GRE, every competitive exam, UPSC, all the books from Upanishads to Ramayana to the modern augmented reality, artificial intelligence, computer science. Huge library. And I had a program called the Shiksha Holiday Program. So look at Shiksha Holiday Program on YouTube. Shiksha is also DrTPS. SHIKSHA. What is Shiksha spelling? SHA. SHI. Shift this SHA to the other side, you will get SHA, SHIK. That is Shiksha. Take the first SHA, put after K, it becomes Shiksha. So it's also Shashi Kumar name. So I kept my trust name as Shiksha. What is Shiksha? Shashi Kumar, short form. SHA, SHIK. Take this SH, put the other side. When you read and look at these, you will become creative. I give assignments to some of the artists, this Life of Love book. I'll give them and say the first poetry, you make a picture out of it. So you read the poem and then draw pictures. That's how all the avatars of Bharatiya Kshetra Sankalpas, all the gods' picture have been drawn from the descriptions given in the slokas. If you look at Durga, different pictures you will see. For all those pictures, there is a poetry. From that, Rupam is imagined by the artist. So, imagination is what comes when you read. So, somebody can draw a beautiful picture from a book and then put in you tell competition from library. What is that? Take some book, make a picture. This book represents this picture. I will display in the library and Dholpur school will have that picture under your name lifelong. Some drawing people who may not love to read will start reading. His interest is only drawing. I don't like to read. How do you make them as a reader? This is the method to make them as a reader. You have to be creative. Every person should know how to sell your product. You are a librarian, you must sell your product. Got it? Anything. You must create some activity based on every day. I learned ellipsis, library science, how to catalog them. Everything I learned. The first digital image library in India was by DrTPS. Manmohan Singh was a great reader. Kalam was a great reader. What happens sometimes, a great professor goes with a bundle of books thinking that Kalam is a great reader, he will say, no, this book is not good, there is a better book than this, and he will gift back and then say, you read this. Vivekananda was a great reader, but he never reads. I had a professor like that. You give a tough mathematics book, his glass was only 22 power. Soda glass, nothing will be seen. And he will open it up and then see the last reference. Like this and say, now you ask me questions from this, I will answer. I had such professors. Reference is good enough to tell what is the content of the book. So Vivekananda, once he gets a book, he will do like this. Yeah, finished reading it. Such marvelous intelligence he had. You don't have to read. Read the title, you know what is the content. He had cancer. The biggest problem for most of the purest people is you have a pure glass of water, a small dust is enough to show it off. Once it is a tea, you put a dust inside, nobody will see. Because already so many things are added there, right? A pure soul always gets polluted with a small dust. Very difficult to survive. That's why Ramana Maharshi died. Many great people died. But doesn't matter how long you live. Nimisham jolitam sreyam natu dhumayitum chiram. Nimisham jolitam sreyam. Be like a fire. Don't live longer like a smoke. The smoke is there, it will stay. Fire inside for a long time. But what comes out is smoke. Disturbing. Fire it.
World acknowledges his philosophy, his gyan, his knowledge, but not much is included in our textbook about him on his...
See, all the life stories of people are being taught for you to practice it in your life. Sometime, like Vivekananda, is more spiritual. So, spiritual teaching have got a lot of state syllabus. Actually, most of the education was owned by state. Only very few government, central government.
The speech that we delivered there at Chicago could be a part of some of it.
What I am saying is,
Go through certain lessons, I find them very insignificant, means not getting any message in that.
that is because most of our education was followed by the Western and they have not included that. But I told you, in the church where I went, they had a book which is almost equal to Bible. They included Vivekananda, Tagore, Mahatma Gandhi, everybody inside. So some are inclusive, some are not inclusive. So though the world recognizes he is only called as a Hindu monk. The word is Vivekananda is a Hindu monk. Though Ramakrishna Mutt always displays all the religious symbols. That distinctly they create, number one. Number two, Ramakrishna Mutt has filed a court case for recognizing Ramakrishna mission as a separate religion. Many of you don't know that.
What is that religion?
Yeah, they wanted Ramakrishna as a religion.
But even Ramakrishna Paramahansa might be not there.
That is what I am saying. They have put all the symbols there to tell that we are non-religious people. Understood? Therefore, what happened? Most of the so-called Hindus disowned him. Similarly, when Vivekananda was the youngest of the monk who went there, really he was not a monk. Though Ramakrishna gave him the Vivekananda name, Vivekananda himself said, I am not matured enough monk to accept that Diksha. Let me do it after some time. He lived with Ramakrishna only 6 years. 6 years of discipleship is not enough to become a sannyasi. Parivrajaka vritti is essential. Parivrajaka vritti is you should go for begging. But that he did not do. He did real begging in America because he was starving. He went for 4-minute speech. He was staying there almost a year. That is because a lot of people wanted him to stay with him for longer time. It was not his intention. Many of the Hindu priests who did not like him, many of the Brahmins did not like him because he publicly started teaching Gayatri Mantra to everybody there.
Sir, very often I what's your opinion on that? Very often I've seen that in schools or in a place like some kind of congregation, let me put it this way. Many a time people are wearing shoes and Gayatri Mantra is chanted. Is it okay?
See, what is shoe? Say it is leather or something. Traditionally it is leather. A Swamiji can sit on a leather. Why can't you put a leather under this?
Sometimes even lamps are.
See, these are called customs. You know, we have got what is called the rituals and customs, right? What is custom? Custom is when somebody comes to your house, you have to give him something to eat and drink. What to give is your ritual. Understood the difference, no?
Custom is a
Yeah, the ritual is what you do, practice it. What sweet you give is never told, but some sweets you have to give. So, what is to be done in every place? When song comes, everybody has to stand up. Karnataka, everybody has to sit. Entirely different. Sitting is good or standing is good. Depends, you have to be comfortable. Your focus is what is essential. So, you see military temples. In military uniform, they do puja. But you come to Kerala, they will only wear dhoti, half naked, topless. The rule is they should not touch anybody. But in Karnataka, everybody touches. Andhra, everybody puts their head on some kiridam. Somewhere laddu is given, somewhere jalebi is given, somewhere fish is given. Somewhere liquor is given as prasad. No rules. Bharatiya Hindu Sankalpa, it says, what I love, the way I love, I can do puja. Actually, all these are only symbolic. God is not in any of the temples. If somebody travels to see a God, that's actually foolish. Rupam rupa vivarjidasya bhavadodhyayena yat kalpitam stutya narvajaniyata akhila guru duri kritayanmaya vyaptitvam cha maya krita. God is everywhere. Why are you putting him in some places inside the temple? Actually, it is symbolic. Got it? My father's picture I will put and then hang it in my wall, and I tell my children, this is my father. Is it that my father? Or symbolically I put him there and I feel wherever I go, father is inside me. So where is God? God is inside me. Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. There is beautiful poems written in Kerala by great poets. Guruvayur is a big temple in Kerala. Many people, Pancha Pandavas installed it. The huge rush. So the poet says, I'm surprised to see the distance from me to the Guruvayur temple. Actually, you have to go by bus, go by train, go by flight and reach there. It is inside you. Why are you going to all these places? Where is Ganga? Ganga is not that Ganga. Do you know, every Indian, when they take a little bit of water and then pour it onto their head, taking a dip, there is a chanting, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. I am taking bath in the water. Which water? Ganga. No, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri. Every water is here because water gets evaporated by sun, it goes into the higher space, gets poured. Do they give only Kaveri water will only rain in Tamil Nadu, it will not rain in Karnataka? Why are we talking about river partition, river different water? Every water is same. There is only one water, that is water of Bharat. There is only one water of Bharat. The whole ocean is connected. There is only, and we say Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and we say our people and your people. Once Vasudeva Kutumbakam, where is our people and your people? These partitions are all very short-minded. DrTPS never goes to temple for praying. I go only for lectures. I don't believe temples have got gods. I believe there is God because my father was not a fool, my mother was not a fool. So what they believed, I have to follow. I study. I am a tantri. I learned how to do pujas. I teach how to do pujas. That is being kept for next generations to understand. Your LKG book has got different pictures of a snake and say, this is snake, this is snake, this is snake. I know this is not snake, this is only picture of a snake. But we will not teach young children this is picture of a snake. We will teach them this is snake. The teacher also knows that this is not snake. So that when they see a real snake, oh, this is what I learned. So education is essential to understand and realize later. Sankalpa, Bharatiya Kshetra Deva Sankalpa. Sankalpa means imagination, visualization. So most essential is visualize God. I can call God and then they will stay here. As a pujari, Agamartantu Devanam, Gamanartantu Rakshasam, all the Rakshasa should go and Deva should come inside. That's the first chanting by a priest inside the temple sanctum sanctorum before doing the puja. So who is calling God inside the Vigraha? The priest. So who is powerful? Priest is powerful or the God is powerful? Priest is powerful. How the priest gets power? God's power. He invoked God inside. Right.
Now it's nothing political, but now much is being talked about that India, Britishers just call our nation as India and we are also using this word and now it should not be prevalent or existing, it should be replaced by Bharat. What is your opinion on that?
Brahmandhanam Madhye, every priest chants in the temple, you ask him to explain it once. Every priest every day chants with this Brahmandana Madhye Bharata Gandhe, ruled by Bharata Ganda, that is Asia. Bharata Deshe Meroha Dakshine Parshve, the south of Meru Parvata. Okay, and then give your description of near which river you are. If I have to be in Hyderabad, I'll say Godavari Parshve. If I am in Kerala, Parashurama Deshe. That's how the address is given. So it starts with Bharata Gandhe, the Gandha. One Bhuganda. Bhuganda is one
Planet.
that area. The Gandha is that sub area which is ruled by Bharata. Which Bharata? Many Bharatas were there. One of the Bharata. Who is that Bharata who ruled that? Under that Bharata Gandhe Bharata Deshe. So that's how traditional Bharata. That is why in your constitution also India, the Bharat. But that Bharat is not now our Bharat. That is because Roma Gadeshe, Rome was the other end.
Independent nation, democratic in August.
During that time it was different.
That is the meaning of
So now what happens is, now India is not Bharat. Now our consideration of Bharat is the traditional Bharat, then you are mistaken. And for you to know, none of the Vedas are written in India. It is written in Bharat. If you really look at where Vedas are written, it is in China-Mongolia border. Guma, that's a place. So will you agree that if you rename by Bharat, then you have to give all the Vedic knowledge to Chinese and say it's not ours. Are you ready for that? So these are all political. It's a stupid politics which they don't understand the real inner meaning.
Understand the meaning of India.
Meaning
That's
of
why
India.
we introduce the Bharat. The actual meaning of the India is independent nation, democratic in August.
Actually, that's only an expansion given.
Yes, yes.
But Indus India actually. There is nothing great about what you call. Whether I am called a DrTPS or something else, it doesn't make any difference. My quality is more important, right? So the politicians are more worried about different names. So it doesn't make any sense.
स्वामी विवेकानंद रामकृष्ण गुरु थे उनसे पूछा क्या आपने कभी ईश्वर को देखा है?
He said, I am the God. So that is because we have Jnana Mudra. This is called the
ज्ञान
Jnana Mudra. This is Paramatma and this is me. When joined together, then only I become a spiritual person. We have in Bhagavad Gita also the Dhyana Mantra. Krishnaya Jnana Mudraya. Krishna using that Jnana Mudra. What he did? The Upanishad is the essence of, it is like a cow. From there, Dugdham Krishna Gita Amritam. Krishna has taken the milk, which is the Gita, which is from the Upanishad, which is the cow. Got it? So, which mudra has to be used to get the essence of something? Jnana mudra. Therefore, whenever we chant any Vedic mantra, this is being kept like this. So, the spirituality is obtained when you join with your God. If it is a Paramatma, somebody else. And who is Paramahamsa? The name itself, you look at it. Parama, ultimate. Hamsa is the most lightest bird. Librarian, get that book with a pen. I gifted you a book. Get that book with a pen. Or get that book. I will have pen. You have pen? I'll put my signature. Okay? Look at it. Yes. Are you able to read?
Answer.
This is yes. A. This is yes. And this is I. That's my signature.
These are all your innovations.
These are all my innovations. I am a creative person.
I have used this. I think you must have innovated.
Innovative. That's my innovation. So when I put my yes,
I will always remember that. I
I am useless. So when I put my signature, I become creative. When I put a name for my trust, I become creative. When I write a poetry, I become creative. That creativity is most essential. If you are creative, then it becomes so easy for you. So where is that creativity comes from? It comes from the Brahma who is inside you. Then Saraswati will gift you. Parama, the penultimate. Hamsa, the lightest. Paramahamsa is the most lightest. Every spiritual person has to be the most lightest. Many people ask me, where did you settle after your retirement? I said, settle when you have more weight. Float when you don't have weight. So I keep floating. Today I am here, tomorrow somewhere else I am there. Somebody push me there, I will be there. Somebody fool like this, I will go there. That's why I don't know where I will be next year this time. But last so many years where I was. Yesterday one of my students messaged me saying that 2010 October 26th you were with me. My students remember the date. After 13 years, a student of you sent me a message. Is it not something great in your life? You understood? So my students still locate my date and then so this day I met you on this place. I think that's because, they'll tell that next year you have to be with me. 14th year we are going to celebrate together. It's an invitation for 2014, 24, right? So 14 years after that they wanted me. Where? I said, where? You will come to USA. So they will book my ticket, they will take me there. So I am a person who goes like this. Paramahamsa is something who floats. Where you have seen that the swan and the duck, they will stay there. According to the wave, they go up and down. According to the wind, they move there. Such a person was Paramahamsa. So he was a highly spiritual man. What happened most of the time? The Durga Devi, he will make a beautiful garland. Who wanted to put to the Durga Devi, instead of that reaching there, he will put himself and start dancing. Because he recognized him as part of the Devi Sankalpa. I have a book called Dashamahavidya. Read that book. That's on the Devi Sankalpas. All these books are available on the website. All these can be downloaded. All my books are written for gifting it free because nothing is my knowledge. I am only collecting them together and putting them in a sequence. Nitya Sloka, most of the slokas, what is to be chanted from morning till evening. I have an interpretation on all of them on philosophical, scientific explanations on slokas. Nitya Sloka, DrTPS, you can download it. So, Devi Sankalpa, he was a strong Kali Bhakta. Kali Devi, Ramakrishna. And he identified himself as Kali. That's what happened. So I have a question now to teachers, whether Ramakrishna is great or Vivekananda is great. Ramakrishna became famous because of Vivekananda. Therefore, who is great? Now the question is, Ramakrishna created a Vivekananda. Did Vivekananda create another Vivekananda? So who is great? So always teachers are great. Creating a great student is the greatest gift of a teacher. People keep asking me, why DrTPS you are going around like this and then giving lectures. I'm on the mission of finding few students who will become real torchbearers. It's very, very difficult. What my guru taught me on the Tantra Vidya, all the rituals, I have not seen somebody whom I can part it with. Dedication to the core. I travelled with my guru to Kailash. He just asked me, I am going to one place, are you coming with me? I did not ask, where are you going? I did not ask. I was with the PM's office that time. I am going somewhere, are you coming? That's a question. I said, yes. I know you will tell us. So I have already booked a ticket and I am talking to you. And your ticket is available. We will go together to Kathmandu. From there we will go to... See, that's a confidence a guru has to a disciple. Do we have such students where we will say, yeah, you are coming with me? I travelled with him many places like this. And each travel was a learning. So I learned Shankaracharya on discussions on travel. Always I carry a recording. Those days not digital recorder. The old cassette, small cassette recorder was there. So I used to plug in and then listen. Speak like this. Read everything back and then next visit ask a lot of questions. That's how I learned. Brahmashri KPC Anuchan Bhattacharya. He was my guru. He was a guru for Maharishi Mahayogi. So my guru was guru for Maharishi Mahayogi. On Samadhi, my guru was Swami Rama. If you have not read Living with Himalayan Masters, that's a beautiful book. Anyone in India who wanted to be spiritually little in the first step, the best starting point should be or could be read Living with Himalayan Masters. Wonderful book. The experience of a monk. Experience of a monk. Yeah.
So one degree is written, that is MS. MS is master.
Psychotherapy and counseling. I'm a psychotherapist.
I thought that it is master of science.
I'm a MS Master of Science, but the subject is psychotherapy and counseling. I'm a psychotherapist.
सर आपको कब फील हुआ कि मेरे अंदर एक परमात्मा है?
It's always, not in the beginning, but maybe after meeting two gurus like Brahmashri KPC and Swami Rama, I've been blessed by sitting with them, talking to them, sleeping with them, traveling with them. And they have, most of the slokas I have not even read and learned. It is just by gift, by blessings. I remember my guru kept his hand on my head and then said, whatever I learned in my life, whatever rituals I did, whatever spiritual power I got, everything I am giving to you. It's very hard to get such blessings from somebody putting the hand on the head and say that all what I have in my life, all the knowledge what I have, I am gifting to you. Understood? That's a real Ashirvada. Once that Ashirvada gets, you feel the next step comes to you. If I did not get that, I didn't have that knowledge, I can never meet Swami Rama's disciple, Mahamandaleshwar Swami Veda Bharati. Mahamandaleshwar. Mahamandaleshwar is during the Kumbh Mela, millions of saints will come. We don't know who is a saint, who is another saint. No, many people will come. Not by election. Somebody will emerge as a leader. And that emerged leader is called Mahamandaleshwar. So my guru was a Mahamandaleshwar, Swami Veda Bharati. Look at internet sometime. He only talks about silence. What he teaches is silence. What? Silence. So I went to him through a reference from a defense estate secretary referred me to Swami Veda Bharati. I went there. There were people waiting to meet him for 400 days. Because when somebody comes from abroad, they will say 18 days stay in the ashram. Don't talk to anybody. Silence. You are in a place coming from abroad, but you can write and then show. You know what happens when you write and show? Blah 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 will not be there. Only what is very essential you will speak. Practice this one day in your office, then you will know how powerful is that. Your thoughts will become more purified. Same. Most of the ashram started this, but this was. So what happened is during that 18 days she has fallen, broke her leg, but still she did not. But once to the doctor she opened the mouth, Guru extended 118 days punishment. Like that 2-3 times got extended. She was there 400 days waiting for one meeting with the Guru. As I went directly, I got an admission. Everybody was looking, who is this VVIP? Where he got a direct admission. I believe all these are because of the spiritual blessings which I got.
Even Vivekananda in his book also wrote something about this spiritual power that certain people are blessed with.
They will automatically keep understanding.
And he and his friends were asked to write something in a paper, and that guru, that the spiritual guru knew what was written.
It's always like that. It's always like that. So it's not my power, it's my, I was with great
You
people.
have not got any disciple, but passing your
Little bit so, see astrology there is somebody, Vastu there is somebody, but altogether, no, the Vedic it's not a small thing, no, it takes a lot of effort. The rituals, somebody will come. I have many more years to go. I will live another 30 years, 18 days.
you do yoga.
Yoga is samadhi, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. I learned asana in 1981 to 84, 3 years. After that I never did.
So what keeps you fit and healthy? That is again your guru's.
Yeah, what I am saying is, it is, see, if you ask me to climb a coconut tree, I will climb now. Okay,
You must be doing something to keep yourself agile.
actually not required. Your handwriting practice is not required when you grow to a level when you can write poems. That time you have learned it, you can throughout your life you can do, right? So these are all flexible body exercise. I don't walk every day. My wife goes for walking every day. So she will say, why are you not? But recently I went back to my hometown where I have to invite a lot of relatives for my son's marriage. Probably I would have walked 6 kilometers or 8 kilometers easily. When I go to Kailash, I will walk 110 kilometers in 3 days. So I have that ability. Why should I waste my time doing that? I am standing like this for how many hours? Not one day. Every day I do this. Every day I am standing like this. Look at whether you can stand like. Walking is a different method. Standing is much more tedious. And basically, my family, including Shyam's family, has got a rheumatic problem. All of us will have back pain. I also have back pain. So I take a precaution with a belt. Actually, I am standing with a belt. Not to fall tomorrow so that I will not be able to stand. But I have no problem as such. But I take precaution so that, understood. But that doesn't stop me from jumping here, lifting you and then taking roll. I can do that. I can lift any of the heavy wilter here, lift you up. I got that energy. Understood? But why should I do exercise? If I can do what I require to do. Adivyaya mamatakaso jvarashardischa jayade hridaya dhyuparodascha. There is a Hada Yoga Pradipika. That is the basic book for human life systems or life science if you want. Hada Yoga Pradipika. In which it says, Adivyayamam, over exercise can give you Jaram, Shardi, etc., etc. And last could be Hridaya Dhyuparodascha, heart attack. Okay, so I will not have heart attack. I will not have sugar. Why do you want to restrict your food? I don't restrict food, but I only take mitam bhuktva, little you eat, shatam japtva, speak or japa more, Padashatam Shanai, walk slowly. But when you want, you have seen a dog runs. But generally while walking, step by step. So brisk walking is what is the best exercise. Vama bhage shayanasya, turn left and sleep. Bisha gyum kyum prayojanam, you will not require a doctor in your life. So I learned Hatha Yoga Pradipika, not learned. I practice Hatha Yoga Pradipika. That is not putting your head down and then doing Shirshasana. Not required. God has given you legs to stand. Why do you want to do Shirshasana? Not required.
It is generally said that generally that's why sometimes certain people give easily, some take more time. That whatever message you give to your body, every cell of it listens to it and works.
That's called biofeedback.
थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में बताइए.
See, I was cutting something, I got you can see the mark here even now. While cutting with a knife, the knife gone inside and then came out here. You can see here, peered inside. Right? What generally you do, go to run to a doctor and then stitch, right? What the doctor does, they put them together, stitch it. No medicine is put inside. Stitching it for putting the skin together so that the gum is generated inside my body, cells will react so that it will paste itself. So the stitching is only to activate the pasting. Understood? Bondage. I just hold it like this stay for 3 hours. I could only put here but not here. Both sides I cannot catch, right? So what I did was, it has gone from here, it had a bigger cut here and small cut. The other end was coming here. The other end you can see, but here you will not see anything because I was holding it here. After 4 hours I release it. Your body works for you. Okay, this is called biofeedback.
But it doesn't work that way for everyone.
Everyone it works, but you should have patience. What happens to most of the people, you don't have faith in yourself. After some time you will open and see whether it is pasted or not. Finished. What happens to most of the people, you don't have faith. Assume that you don't believe cooker and you put rice and water and every 10 minutes you open and see whether it is boiling. Will it cook? So most essential is you should have faith in whatever you do. And blind faith, that's why it's called blind faith.
Every process is required.
Every process requires that maturity. That maturity is not there and therefore you will lose. Assume that somebody plants a, that mango nut, no? Put it there in the mud, Panchabhutatmakam. All the 5 elements works for it to grow. Fine? That has to be inside mud, little water has to be there and hot temperature also has to be there, air has to be there and it goes to the space, no problem. But every day you start checking whether it has grown or whether it has grown, open it up and then see, put it back again, open it up and put it back again, it will never grow. You have to leave it. That is most essential. I have got a lot of children. I am from a small village where not even a single doctor is available. And I have got 20 boys and 20 girls in teenage to stay with me. You can imagine the 20 teenage girls and boys staying in a house and I am the only instructor for 10 days. Teaching them, feeding them, everything is my job. Do you think I can sleep? 10 nights I don't sleep. In between, my house is an old house. So the chalk out is very, very low. And there is the bolt sort of a thing which is metal. So somebody jumps there, hits the head, this much cut will come. A beautiful girl, her head was cut like this much. Whole bleeding starts. My elder brother says, take her to hospital. I said, who will take? Will you drive or I should drive? I should only drive. Then who will teach them? It takes 2 hours driving, 2 hours back, doctor's appointment, 6 hours will go. 6 hours, what I will do with these 40 children? I said, I will treat. But this girl has to agree. Correct? Blood is coming, they will get scared. I said, I will take you a doctor. First thing what a doctor does is shave your hair. Then only they will stitch. Do you want your hair to be shaved? Or under my treatment in 2 days, I will make you to take bath in the shower. 2 days, 3rd day she took bath. It's all possible. I cannot hold, as I say. It's in the head. Do I think I can hold it like this? No, this is very, very hard. So there are, you know what is spider? Spider web is the most elastic thing available. And in any old house you will see spider web. Take that spider web, put it there and then tish. One day it will get cured. These are all traditional medicines which we have seen.
Those ancestors of art have written all those things.
Many of them are unwritten, they are all vocal. But I was blessed to have such a traditional knowledge. When I go to village, I talk to them, understand, learn, practice it. Learning is different and practicing is different. I apply it. And I have proved that they work. So that's why I am saying, any problem, when it comes to me, I will find some solutions. It is not that probably I have learned. Immediately, I have never did that in my life before that. But that day I remembered, yeah, this is available, this is the problem, solve it. That is presence of mind. Okay, yeah, I think we are going somewhere else. It's not teaching astrology. I love this, but I don't know. These are all knowledge. What I am saying is traditional knowledge is there. You be traditional, and I worked with the most advanced technology department, right? So a mix of both traditional and the ultra modern, and that's called Sanatana. What is Hinduism? What is Bharatiyam? Sanatana Dharma. What is it? Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatanam? The ultra modern and the ancient put together is called Sanatana. What it says? Time and space change everything. There is no strict rule. Anything can be changed based on what is practically possible there. That flexibility is in your life. Therefore, you will see everywhere that rituals are different, festivals are different, tradition is different, but all together it's only one. Start loving people who are closer to you. Somebody was asking, who asked that? Do we have to be very sattvic or rajasic or tamasic? We have to be all. All the gods have got one hand Ashirvada, and behind what they carried? Weapons. So it says, Agradas Chaduro Veda. In the front you keep Veda, knowledge. They don't listen what is to be done. Prishtaja Shasharam Dhanur. Take the arrow and then kill them. Punish them. Both are essential. It is not that you become sattvic and then forget. No. Sometimes rajasic should be there. Sometimes ignore them. Ignoring them is tamasic. Just sleep. Sleep over the fire. I don't take actions. That's what is essential. Yeah. Any other questions? Don't tell that, no, yeah, this discussion was out of syllabus, something which is not my interest. That's your fault. Ask question, then it will come to your interesting subject. So you cannot find fault with me. I am going along with the questions.
सर ये हमारा स्कूल बोर्डिंग स्कूल है यहाँ 12th क्लास का भाई साहब ने 6th क्लास के बच्चों को बोल दिया कि जो करना है आपको करना ही है लेकिन जब हम क्लासेस में पढ़ा रहे हैं तो मॉर्निंग टू टिल नाइट बिजी सब मतलब बहुत से टीचर्स का भी प्रॉब्लम है दे आर स्लीपिंग
Correct. I have also seen yesterday.
तो होमवर्क भी टाइम से नहीं
होगा.
पढ़ाई टाइम से नहीं और जो टीचर्स हमारे क्या
I understood. The whole problem I understood. So your question is what can be done? Actually, if I have a son, I will not put in such schools. You understood? I have a daughter, I will never put in such schools. Even if somebody, a lot of telephone calls will come from different people to me in Kerala and in Gulf because I come on radio. And when radio comes in Gulf, immediately any career advancement, where to join, what to study, they will call me. So this time probably during the Kerala entrance examination is over, engineering admissions, many people will call me. Immediately I will say, did you get admission neighborhood of your house? Go and join them. So that every day you can stay with your parents. You understood? If at this age they don't stay with their parents, their intimacy to the family is lost. India is a place where the bondage with the family is most essential. Number one. Having said this, I am not forgetting what happened to Krishna. Krishna's guru's place today is crossing 7 states, traveling more than thousands of kilometers. He went to and stayed with his parents. No, leaving his parents, he went to his guru's place and studied, along with the different students from different states, right? That time Gurukula, the guru was almost like a guardian to them, parent to them, and it was a relaxed study. They knew each student what they want. They did not give same syllabus to everybody. Each student, they identified what is their speciality, what is their taste, that only was taught. But here, same syllabus. We don't know who is having what interest. Same, it's like a plate meals, not a buffet. Which is most interesting and better? Buffet is interesting, right? You can take your taste. So actually the teaching has to be like a buffet system. But here we are giving plate meals. Everybody has to eat everything and plate has to be free. Very difficult. So this is not a good system. But having said this, who will send children where their parents don't have the facility to teach them there, make them to learn? They don't have ways and means of putting them in one place of this standard. So this is one of the best standard which they can imagine. If they can imagine a better standard, I am sure they will not put their children here, right? So they have faith in you. So what is to be done? Give that patch, not as a maths teacher, physics teacher, chemistry teacher. Be a guardian to them. Understand them properly and then treat them the way they want. So that there may be 100 teachers they will see in their life, they will remember you in their heart. They will tell, oh, I had a lot of teachers. But when I went to Dubai, I had got 700 children and their parents in the gallery. 1,500 people. And somebody asked, who is your science teacher most favorite during your school days? I said, Anandan Master. So during the tea break, one small girl came, 7th class girl, and then said, I am Anandan Master's granddaughter. Can you imagine the proud feeling of that girl whose father's name I announced and said that he is my best science teacher? After the interval, I took her onto the stage and then pulled her up and then said, this is my master's granddaughter. After going hometown, he keeps coming to me every time. I gave him an award called the Shiksha Science Master Award. He is almost 72 years old. Morning also I told, the scale thing he has only taught him. So you have to become a real master, giving a print in the heart of your students. Maths, physics, chemistry, they may forget. They may not use in their life. But they will remember, this teacher made my life different. What DrTPS today, I must have seen millions of students, 400 children in an engineering college. At least 5 of them will come back to me and say, I want to be your student. And then I will take them to the best university abroad, put them into different places, civil service, Army, Air Force, Navy. There are a lot of NDA passed from my hands. They are all different levels. Got it? Oh, judges are there, politicians are there, actors are there. So you play your role to take them from that level to a higher level. I am sure people will be behind you. So make a difference, make a print. Everybody will not be remembering all the other people. But some people, ena kena prakaryena yasya kasyapi dehinaha sandosham janayat pratna tadevam ishware puchana. Your maths, physics, chemistry and all forget. Will you make the maths learning happier for your children? I have got a teacher who is my student, Suma. She was a Sainik school teacher, chemistry. I told her, she asked me, what should I do as being a teacher? I said, all your students should pass 10th class, everyone, with the distinction, 75%. Can you guarantee that? She said, I will. 20 years she worked as a chemistry teacher, and all her students who taught by her, every one of them is above 75%. That's her guarantee. And her kids were also my students. She was my student, her kids were also my students. So you should make sure my subject, I am sure if I teach a subject, my students will get 75 and above. I don't guarantee 100, 99. If somebody is getting 99, 100, that means the question paper was so easy. Otherwise, nobody can get. If I make a question paper, nobody will get above 75. That way I will make. Then only very few will get. That's a quality. Okay. So guarantee that your children will remember you. That's what is required. I left a Department of Space 13 years back. I'm sure all my colleagues will tell. Oh, there was somebody like this. Each person knows me. There is a beautiful book. 1 Minute Manager Carries Monkeys on His Shoulders. Read that book. That's a beautiful book for how to not handle. I handle my students, you will say, right? I handle my subordinates. No, don't handle them. Be part of them. Supplement. That's what is essential. So I supplement. Earlier you used a lot of words. What do? I supplement the knowledge. Original knowledge, what is in the textbook, you read. Engineering college also, that's what I did. I have got a TEDx talks. My TEDx talk is Creativity to the Power of Infinity. The title itself is creative, right? Creativity to the Power of Infinity. The first lecture I gave in a big auditorium like this, where my student collected 1,200 BTech students in a hall. How many? 1,200. Each student is paying 100 rupees to attend my class, half day lecture. So how much money is collected? 1,20,000. The whole rent was 20,000 rupees. So I got a fees for half day lecture, 1 lakh rupees. When? 2010, 13 years back. And that lecture, everybody asked, what are you going to teach? I said, look at the blog, the PowerPoint is available. When the PowerPoint is already put 1 day early, should I have to show that again? And the job is, from that PowerPoint, whatever you understand, learn that, prepare it, prepare questions and then come. I had more than 5,000 questions. Half day was not good enough to answer all of them. So I kept 3-4 students to look at repetition, important questions, and they were passing. I was reading it and answering. Creativity to the Power of Infinity. You can see one of my lectures there. Ravindra Bharati Hall in Hyderabad. That was in 2010 March. So you have to be different. Don't repeat what is in the textbook. Ask your children to read textbook and then come. Supplement it. So what do I do in my class? Supplement. Yeah. Come on. Somebody yesterday told I will have lot of questions. I am not seeing.
For the past 2-3 years, we have the induction of girl cadets also. Previously it was categorized.
I know.
co-ed. So we both are the IC, co-IC and co-IC. We are doing our best at our level. Any specific instruction or suggestion that can
Actually, every girl and every lady, every mother, every sister, every girl, their heart is very big. That is how God created female. Okay? So you are very good in your heart. Men, ladies, heart is very good. Listen very carefully my usage of words. Ladies have got good heart. Gents think that they have good head. You understood the difference, right? The way I am using. Actually, it is not there for most of them. So who is more useful? Ladies are more useful. You will start loving people. That's why the whole world, early childcare education, only ladies. Because you can love, you have patience. But assume some of the ladies don't have patience, they get angry fast. They are outcasted, to be outcasted actually. There are so many there these days. If you can love your children, I'll tell you, they will really love you. But they will open up and tell all problems to you. Who are the most dangerous, difficult people in this world? They are all boys. You know the reason? Their every feeling they cannot tell either mother or father. But every girl child can tell all their problems to mother or a sister or a teacher. You are opened up with any discussion about their sexual problems, about their any secret problems they can tell you. But I'll tell you, no boys can tell their secret problems to any of the masters. You understood? So who has more freedom in this world? Ladies or gents? Ladies. If you don't give freedom to those girls, they will become most useless in this world. Because what they need is a freedom to discuss, freedom to talk, freedom to open up, freedom to love. If they don't get it, you will see them in a different style. Second one, the hormones, most reacted to hormones are in ladies. We learn biochemistry, pharmacology, everything for our masters. Therefore, what will happen? A small change in food, small change in growth creates a lot of problems to them. The other day I went to one of those schools and the girl is really learning horse riding, grade 3. And they asked, what food you give? Every day 2 eggs. I said, stop it, otherwise she will have all problems in her future life. To give her full power, what is being given? Egg. You know what is egg today available in the market? Hormone injected hen producing eggs. Along with antibiotics injected in the, because when you give lot of hormone to grow faster, lay eggs, many diseases will come. They don't require that chicken to become a hen and then live for another 3 years. 6 months is good enough, then die. They will put lot of injections. And what is content of the egg? All these chemicals. I'll tell you, she is only in 3rd grade. Her growth is almost like a 7th grade child in all physical sense, secondary sexual organs, including. She will become most volatile to any disease, any problems, any social malpractices, malaffairs which happens in this country. The food, you are what you eat, microbiotics and macrobiotics. You are what you eat. That's a subject. That's a biology subject to be learned. Okay. And second one, I don't know how many of you know Beauty Without Cruelty. bwc.org. There is a website. Look at it. Every food what you eat, the content of the food can be seen. Most of the food which you are eating have got a lot of chemicals like this, which will create problems in you. So if your food is not pure, you will get diseases, undefined diseases. That's called undefined disease. What is undefined disease? One day you will get headache, go to a doctor, take medicine, headache will go. Second day something else will come. Every day series of problems will come. And most importantly is breathing. Your skin is also breathing, if you don't know. Do you know that skin is breathing? It's not here alone. If somebody comes, I will tell you were more fat earlier, now you become lean. Now you have a breathing problem. The other day somebody came, I said, you have breathing problem. No, I don't have. I am able to breathe. I said, that's not breathing. You look at your skin. It has got darkness, it has got white spots. When you do like this, the white spots will come. That means you have a skin problem. The skin problem is directly proportional to the breathing problem. Understood? So you have to treat on the skin to get a breathing clear. Respiratory problems can be treated through the skin. Many doctors don't know, because you are going with a problem, they will do only pulmonary analysis. Pulmonary analysis will never check your skin. And they will give you respiratory system problems. It doesn't work. Puss every day. What will happen?
They give the external medicine.
External medicines. So, every child, ask them what is the problem, look at them whether they have food. These are all motherly job, right? So, do a mother's job. Consider them as your children. You are gifted. Ninakku garbha prasavadi pidayal manam kalangada lepicha kunju. Who is a student, you know? When Parashurama and Ganesha had a fight. Ganesha lost his one of the teeth. Then what happened? Tusk was lost. Then immediately Shiva and Parvati started fighting. Because Ganesha is Parvati's son. Parashurama is Shiva's student. You can imagine what will happen, the husband's student hitting the mother's son, not father's son again. So why are you not scolding Parashurama? Because it's not your son. They started fighting. Immediately Vishnu appears and says, Parvati, consider this student of your husband as your son who has not given you the pain of delivery. Every child while giving birth, what gives to the mother? Pain. Got it? Consider every child of, not you, somebody's child who comes as a student to you. How you should consider? Garbha prasavadi pidha. Without giving delivery pain, you got a child. And you are not feeding them. Somebody else is feeding, but they will listen to you. I've got a lot of children who are all in different places at different ages. Their parents will call me and say, tell na. He is not listening to me. She is not listening to me. What a great power is this. Their parents will tell, they will not listen, but I call and tell, yeah, they will immediately agree for what I am saying. Who is more powerful? I am not feeding them. I am not spending on them. But I have got a lot of such children. And what do they give? They give their credit card with me. Spend as much as you want. They will not give to their parents. They will give to me. That's what I am saying. So you are all gifted. When you can love them and they are placed in the highest level, no? My daughter is there. So I keep saying I have got 2 biological sons, but I have got many children with me. They are all my children. You are blessed as teachers. Love them. Love them. They will learn maths, physics, chemistry and all that. That's not a problem. Once you start loving them and then say, Mom, be my good girl, finish this chapter now, then I do like this. A young child comes in 6th grade and then say how much marks your mother will give. The mother says 0, useless girl. I said, give to me. I'll show you. After 2 years, I asked the mother how much you will give. 200 marks. Wonderful girl. Now she is a doctor. Passed her MBBS. I said, how did she pass? Oh, she was your student. No? Got it? That's how we shift people. Just change them. Change them. Motivate them little, they will become good. Yeah.
So talking about how men and women think as their thoughts are wired differently. So I've got this question that what is exactly more important? Expressing out in any case, if you're in panic or if you're in anxiety or feeling unaware about any situation, or keeping silent, not showing your vulnerability to the world?
See, it depends. If it is productive, if the solution comes, I should tell somebody else. Sharing, oh, very difficult, yeah, situation was so bad. And they will go and tell somebody else, she is suffering, I am so happy. No? Understood? It has to come to her. I know it will come to her. She did this to so many people. No, now she will suffer. What is the purpose? Understood? You should tell somebody else where they will hold your hand and say, don't worry, I am with you. Understood? You come here. For all of you. Come fast. I told you yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether you remember. This is your head. This is your hand. Holding this is Chin Mudra, right? Correct? Have you seen anybody biting this finger? Most of the time when they get tension, they do this. No other finger, this.
Yes,
That's
true.
because this head is irritating.
Even I do it, sir.
Understood? Now this finger is equivalent to your head. Now assume you have to massage here, it will not happen. You have to massage here, it will not happen. But I can massage her head and you will get vibrations here when I press concentrate and you will see I am massaging your head. Very
happening,
simple.
sir. Happening.
Understood? Hold this when you have a headache. Hold this. Concentrate. I will massage your head and your headache will go. Now you have a severe back pain. I cannot massage on the back. These are your 2 legs. These are your 2 hands. I will massage here. I am massaging at your back. Close your eyes and then carefully see. Getting?
Yes, sir.
So when you have back pain, what do? Do this. Now your knee has a pain. Standing it cannot be done. You have to be relaxed sitting. Press here. I am massaging your knee.
Happening, sir.
Now this is your heart. This is my heart. Hold it. Close. You will get my heartbeat. I will get your heartbeat. No muscle should be. Only that feeling should come. Why are you tensed? Getting?
Not yours.
I am getting yours. Your heartbeat is too much.
Right.
Like this it's coming. Right? You understood? So when your heart, somebody is panicked, somebody is really in pain, don't tell them don't worry. It will not happen. You hold them very tight. Especially it happens with a mother to a daughter. Hold it like this and say, I am with you.
Right, sir.
I am with you. Hold
Thank
your,
you, sir.
close your eyes. Now you are getting. Getting?
Getting it, sir.
Yeah. Became normal.
Much calm.
Understood? So you can treat them like this. Because this represents your body. So what do? Go to a photocopying machine. Keep your hand like this. Take a photocopy of your whole body. Take this ratio to this ratio. It will be exactly from here to your body. This ratio to this ratio will be from your. Understood? The whole body represents this. So we can treat people like this.
Thank you so much.
Understood?
Sir. Thank you.
So don't say don't worry, everything is fine. Everybody can say that. Now assume she is going and complaining to somebody else. She asked whom to tell and whether to tell or not was her question, right? You hold it and then tell like this. But that person is more panicked than you. What will happen? Both will collapse. you are going. Understood? When you get a shock, you should have some insulator to beat them. You take another powerful shock and then beat them. What will happen? Both will die. So don't. You should be calm and quiet. Nothing is going to happen. If nothing works, 95020388875. I will be there with you. As long as you are alive, I will be alive. 95020388875.
Sir, is there any desire, any aspiration, anything that you still feel that it has been unfulfilled?
For me, actually I want to be a good swimmer.
Good?
Swimmer. But I am not able to. I learned swimming, but I am not able to do it because I lost my father and sister in an accident where I was there. And that was in a water. I lost my father and sister in that accident. In water. When I was 4 years old. So still water is something which I cannot jump. I learned swimming. I can do it. But somehow I am not able to do to that extent in which I wanted to do it. Right? Otherwise, I think I have not. There is nothing which I have not touched or done in my life. I write, I draw, I paint, I climb tree, I do agriculture. If you look at farming, DrTPS last 4 years, during my COVID, I was doing farming. I had a beautiful land, Ford Endure for driving, so I'm a passionate driver. When I go to Northeast, I don't allow my driver to drive. I'll tell sit here, I will drive. I do all circuses in my life. Right. No desire actually. It has become desireless. I am ready to go Krishna Rama Govinda anytime. Ready to go. 5 times I died. This is my 6th life. Many times I just escaped from very big diseases.
You calculated something, so
That is, I am very strong in astrology.
oh,
I am an astrologer who never went wrong in my predictions. You can look at DrTPS astrology. My classes for astrology, were teaching astrology and what is astronomy and what is the relation with astrology, how predictions happens, how good is that?
This last question, sir, because it's almost 35. I know the answer, but still I want to know because solutions are not there. If you are working with an establishment where certain things happen that you know that they are not productive, they are not substantial, but they are not going to change also.
But you already told there is no answer. Why should I ask you that
No,
question?
no, no, sir, but let me complete it. Now, you are flowing with the crowd, knowing that it is not going to be changed or improved upon, but in your heart of hearts, you are not okay with it also. Then,
What to do?
What?
This whole Rashtriya military school, Dholpur, is a big drama. Are you able to see this?
How could you
Realize this is a big drama. I have a guest role for 2 days. You have a role for few years. Somebody has written the script. An actor has no role to change the script. Produced by Government of India. They are funding it. Collection, whether it is a loss or a profit, is not your job. Stage is not in your disposal. Script is not in your disposal. Audience is not in your disposal. You have a role to play. Do you want to act it or get out of the drama? What do you want?
I want to act it.
Act as best as you can. Whether the drama is going to be successful, profitable, finished.
Thank you, sir.
Principal wanted to know whether you would like to continue
It's up to them.
or we
It's
can
up to
have
them.
lunch right now and then wind up,
Yeah,
or
it's up to them.
after the lunch we can.
We'll ask them. He has a question. Do you want us to continue in the afternoon or want to wind up before lunch or after lunch or to come back and pursue? Or little extend another 10 or 15 minutes and then close it. Close it after 10 15 minutes. This question I will answer and after that if there is question I will pick it up.
I'll inform the
Otherwise no
principal.
question we will go. Yeah.
After 10 minutes I will call the principal.
Okay. So I always consider when I was working in space department, I decided I will play my role as best as I can. Okay. Immediately I went to university. I decided I am going to play my role as best as I can. From central government going to a state university is actually a fun and nobody does it. Because I had lavish office room, every facility. Right? Probably brigadier's level 90, 100 people were under me. Don't see this, I am a small. Look is not there, that's only. Otherwise I was very powerful. From there I am going to a university as a director. The room was shabby, office was not good. My brother told it's actually not good, don't go to that place, it's so worst. I said, I have a role to play. If it is worst, what I can do in 1 year, I will see that it is changed. In between the building, there is a waste place. I started digging. I created a pond there. Started creating a lotus flower garden there. Repainted the whole building. Somebody said, where is this money from? I said, from my pocket I am spending for. Fool, yeah, a director spending money from his pocket for painting the building. I said, I have to stay here for few years. I have decided 3-4 years I am spending. If it is your house, will you not do it? Correct. I have given application. The PW is supposed to take. Public Works Department is not doing. I am getting it painted. That's it. For my room, I will do it. From around me, wherever I am seeing, my classroom, few things I will change. In between, if they come, they do it. Vice Chancellor came, Registrar came, you cannot do it. I said, I am not doing, somebody is doing, I am paying. No, you cannot do it against government. You tell me which rule. You give me the punishment, I will take it. What is the maximum government can give? Penalty, right? That is again payment only, right? Again you are taking money from me for spending money for the university or what? You tell me which rule. I am an LLB advocate. I will argue and sue you. I told the Vice Chancellor. Either get out of this place or pass my bills. Including this, you wanted to? What is the method? Including this laborer, you pay from the university. They paid from the university. Somebody said it takes 2 years to do. I said I've done it in 2 days. And who paid? University paid. I came to Delhi in Cabinet Secretariat. Room was so shabby. Library was the best place. recently renovated. I said, I am not sitting in my room. I have a big cabin. I said, I am not going to sit there. Send all files to library, I'll sit there. No, you cannot do in library. Which rule says I cannot do it in library? Wherever I am sitting is my office. That's a rule. You know this? Huh? You know where is the court? The court is the place where judge sits. The rule in the court says, wherever the judge sits is the court. Wherever deputy director sits is the deputy director's office. And library have a good, beautiful place. Once in a while only file will come. And I will sit in library, read books, files can come here. Changed my office to library. And then 3 days I said, how many days it takes to clean my room? I want the flooring to be changed, vanishing blades. Those days only this curtain like this, no vanishing blades. I said, I want to change this, no clothes. It should be tilting wala. Even director doesn't have. I said, first I will put, then I will put his room also. First let it happen. I said, tell me, I asked my PA, which are all the routes where the file will go? Tell me which person has to sign it, where CPWD has to sign, which secretary has to sign. Write down all the telephone numbers and office places. In Delhi, it's all different buildings. He said, next day tomorrow, take my gypsy. 2 PA will be there. All the staff will be there. Let us go. Get everything signed today by evening. We will have food outside. Finish today itself. All approval will come in the file. I got in 1 day all the approval. 1 week my floor was cleaned. Everything was cleaned. I put a beautiful tulsi plant in my room. It started growing fantastic. 1 year I stayed there. The tulsi plant grown up to 10 feet. Every visitor used to come to my room to see how tulsi can grow like this. I said, you start loving tulsi, it will grow. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. What is that? Repeat. You can make a difference. We can make a difference together. I can make a difference. You can make a difference. We can make a difference together. I have seen it. I have done it. I do everywhere like this.
Let's clap for sir.
Do it. Don't say it will not work. It will work. You have to be good. Good enough? So thank you. God bless you. Inshallah. Ishvara Anugraham. Okay. Keep in touch. If you miss my number, no problem. Type DrTPS on internet. I'll be there. Go to Google. Type DrTPS. Google map. You will see 3 houses in Kerala. 2 houses in Kerala, 1 in Hyderabad. That is the place where people come and stay with me with their parivarams, children, students, whatever they learn, civil service, competitive exams, all that they come there and study. Okay? So I must thank. Yeah.
Sir, you can't, people usually say you can't satisfy each and everyone. Is this can apply to classrooms also?
I will give you a blessing. That last blessing in my life probably to you. Never ever get satisfied. What is the blessing? Once you get satisfied, there is no development. If I am satisfied with what I am doing today, I will not read anything from tomorrow. I am not satisfied, I will develop. So satisfaction is not what somebody should look at if you want to develop. But not being satisfied, not having satisfaction doesn't mean you don't be happy. I am not satisfied, but I am happy. Are you able to understand the difference? I am happy the way I delivered lecture today to you. I am happy the way the interaction happened. But am I satisfied? No. I expect little more higher questions, different questions. That has to be there every time. For you also it should be there. Got it? Am I satisfied with my bank balance? No. But am I unhappy with what I have? No. Okay. Am I happy with this? Yes. Am I satisfied? No. Therefore, what do? I carry some makeup box and then see whether it's done clearly. I trim myself. I have not gone to a barber for last 30 years. I am cutting myself. Except when I go for some short films or something. I only take a trimmer or maybe do like this, and that's how I'm trimming. All the time I'm like this. I'm happy. But my son always say, no, don't do it. There is a small, like, yeah, how does it matter? Understood? So, never ever get satisfied. But always be
Happy.
happy.
Thank you so much. We would like to have a group photograph with you.
Yeah. We had many, no? Okay. Attendance. Some, generally we say, let us have a group photograph. You know for what? Attendance.
Sir, all beautiful people to come over
The top.
and less beautiful should be down.